I've lived in La Mirada since I was 8 years old. I used to beg my dad to, in the summer, to take me up to La Mirada football practices.
I played La Mirada football since I was 7 years old. Coming to games on Friday night when you're a little kid, my dad played here.
It's very unique. It's a unique place compared to everywhere else, you know, as far as the football program, the kind of guys that come through this program.
A good friend of mine wanted me to come over to Lucerna and build their program, but I said, no, I'm a La Mirada guy. And
that was my goal. That was my dream as a kid. When I was 8, 9, 10 years old, I used to come to all the La Mirada games. I'd sit in the stands. I'd have a La Mirada beanie on.
This is home to me. I have some good memories over here, more than I had at UCLA. And we played against 90,000 compared to this, and this feels way better.
When you're like 7 years old, they take you and they put you in blue and gold, and you stay in blue and gold in La Mirada until you graduate from high school, you know? And
growing up, I'd come watch him play, and that was the deal. I'd go, and I remember as an 8th grade kid, I was doing the math to say, okay, well, if I'm good enough, I'll be able to get up there and play with my brother. And that's all I ever wanted to do was play with my brother.
And that's all I ever wanted to.
Very young, I got to see proud La Mirada varsity players glaring La Mirada Letterman's jackets, and the honest truth was, I wanted to play for the Letterman's jackets. I was like, dude, I want to be like those guys. I mean, that looks pretty cool.
Once you go through La Mirada High School playing football, especially if you play from freshman all the way through, you're always a part of the team.
These kids win league championships year after year. If you come in and you play football at La Mirada, you are there to win.
After winning the championship, it's a major lesson in life where if you strive hard, if you believe in it, good things will happen to you. Not just in sports, but throughout your lifetime.
I still have the ring, I still have the certificates, I still have the plaques, you know, I still have the pictures in the paper, and no one can take that away from me, no matter what I do from here on out.
Because winning a CIF championship, a lot of people don't understand, it is very, very, very difficult. And so when you finally accomplish that, you know, when the 3 cherries line up on the good old slot machine, you know, it's a very special feeling.
Playoffs is a different beast. It's a lot faster, teams are a lot tougher, they're going to be playing against the best.
These kids, you know, we're ready day in, day out. We'll strap it up against anybody.
It's exciting, you know, because they pump me up, they say you're doing a good job, your running backs are running hard.
One play at a time. That's the most important thing. Just do your job, one day, one play at a time.
You know, they put in all that work and effort over the spring, over the summer. For some of these boys, 4 years of hard work, and this is their time to shine.
I want each of them to understand that there is no tomorrow.
I wish I would have, you know, returned that punt return. I wish I wouldn't have dropped that ball.
Enjoying the moment. I mean, they're never going to get this opportunity again.
Be confident. Know that, you know, trust that, you know, we're going to be prepared.
We can't control if we throw a bad pass or if we miss a tackle, but what we can always do is give 100% effort.
this is our field. You know, nobody beats us on our field.
Don't ever get too big and think that you're riding too high and think that you can't be beat.
I'm going to go out there knowing that, you know, bad things can happen, and you better prepare yourself.
We could be number 1 today and number 2 tomorrow.
Numbers and rankings and all that stuff don't mean squat. What you're going to do come 7 o'clock Friday night is everything.
Don't take this team for granted. Don't take them lightly. Doesn't matter what their standings are, who they played against. That doesn't mean anything. What means something is the amount of focus that you have.
You have to beat people with an attitude. You have to take it to the people. You have to make it ripple throughout CIF that La Mirada is not just back on the map, that we are solidified here and that we're here to stay.
If you only go through La Mirada once, you only go through high school once, it's something you'll never forget. When you're 70 years old, you'll remember what you've done in high school.
Look at each other in the eye, look in your teammates, look in your mom and dad, look in your family. Just look them in the eye, and after a football game on a Friday night, when you can wake up and look them in the eye and look yourself in the mirror and say, I gave every ounce of energy, everything I had to La Mirada High School and the city of La Mirada. And if we can do that, then there's no way that we're not going to be winners. You know, maybe the scoreboard won't show it, maybe it will, but that's what it's all about, just competing, playing for a purpose, playing for your brothers, playing for your city's pride, playing for your family, and just leaving every ounce of energy and everything you have on the field.